Iowa Hawkeyes are hosting the Indiana Hoosiers for this Sunday afternoon soccer matchup. Hello, everyone. I'm Charlie Fox, along with Logan Mole. We're glad you tuned in today because you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here. So, Logan, let's get into this. So, Iowa coming into this game with a 9-0-3 record, unbeaten so far, and all of those victories or ties, they haven't allowed more than one goal per game, and that's going to be thanks to Macy Enkin in goal.
Yep, this Iowa defense has been one of the best in the nation this season. Like you said, only allowing one goal a game this entire season, no more. They've played a huge part in keeping them undefeated. And along with that stellar defense, this Iowa team can definitely score goals too. In their last 8 of 9, they've scored multiple goals, and they've won all of those 8. The only blip on that radar was the 1-1 draw against the now number 7 Ohio State.
Yeah, and the Hoosiers coming into this game, they are 6-4-1 record. They had a hot start to the season with the many high-scoring games, including a 9-0 victory against Lawrence University on September 8th on their home turf. But the last 5 games against conference matchup, only a 1-4 record. That's going to raise some eyebrows.
Yeah, the goals have definitely dried up for them since conference play started. Like you said, they've been shut out four times in their last 5 games, all of them resulting in losses. Already reaches the mark from last season when they went 12-4-4. So tough season for them so far, but it's going to be a tough turnaround for them against this Iowa team too.
For the Wildcats, Mosier with the set over to Terry, and Raina Terry with her first termination of the day. But Brooke Mosier, a 6th rotation, in the 6th rotation, we'll see her attacking at the net as well.
Mosier, super versatile, also has that ability to hit in the front row. The most lethal part of her game is that young topspin serve she has.
1-1 here in the early going. That's served by Undo. And back to a Northwestern advantage.
Side that passes off the mark, but it'll be retrieved right back and crossed in. Here's Bush. We'll send it back out. That's Ingles. We'll cross it in, and it's going to be headed away. Now Fetty. We'll send it back out to Ingles. Looking for a shot. That's blocked. She'll send it back out. And that's sent in. That'll be well wide and out of danger. And it will be a goal kick here for the Hoosiers.
Good start for the Iowa Hawkeyes there. Getting the ball out to Ingles, letting her put in some balls into the box, but nothing coming from them yet. But like I said, Iowa's had a good start, and they look to keep that going. It'll be interesting to see how this Indiana team plays against this Iowa team. Indiana is used to having a lot of control. Like I said, they had a great season last year, one of the best in the nation. Their goalie, Big Ten goalie of the year. So they have the foundations. They just haven't really been able to put it together in the Big Ten play so far. And it'll be a tough test against this Iowa team for sure.
We'll look to reset as Greer will play it back to Enking. Billy Greer over in the far corner. That pass is deflected. It'll sail out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawkeyes. And again, today is Go Green for Mental Health, so Hawkeye players are wearing green ribbons along with those gray jerseys as they look to have a little bit more control here. Maybe switch the field. Use that open space to their advantage. That pass is going to be to Maggie Johnston. We'll send it out wide. There's Maya Schuler to Kenzie rolling it back. Greer will look to maybe switch the field once again. Looking towards the middle. That's going to be played to Fetty. Fetty plays it to Bush. Maybe looking for rolling along the near sideline, but that's going to be intercepted. But it's stolen here. Getting to the ball first was Barrett Parton. Hawkeyes looking to keep control here close to the Indiana goal. There's a shot, and it's just wide. That initial shot attempt by Micah Ingles. And with a tough angle, just missing the far post. It's going to be a goal kick for the Hoosiers.
Yeah, some more great play from Iowa there. Indiana kind of playing themselves into some trouble, and Barrett Parton picks up that ball on the back pass to the goal. He doesn't make anything from it, but retains it, gives it back to Bush, who sends it out to wide to Ingles again, who they put on the ball a lot so far, letting her create something and try to get some balls in the box. That time not coming off for her, but seems like Iowa has a game plan to get it out to Ingles and let her try to create something, and so far it's been working pretty well against this Indiana team, but nothing coming from it yet.
And the defender there for the Hoosiers on that play, Lauren Costello, just trying to play it back to her goalkeeper, but great anticipation there by the freshman Barrett Pardon to intercept that pass and give Iowa a really good scoring chance there.
Yeah, this Iowa press is so good, and you can't be lazy with those passes like that against this Iowa team. They will be all over the ball.
Hoosiers now looking to play a little bit of possession game here. Looking to go out wide. And that's a lead pass for Kennedy Neighbors, who's in a little bit of a phone booth there, but that ball's going to deflect off of a Hawkeye. Throw in now for the Hoosiers. Costello will take the throw in.
Looks like they might want to do a longer throw to get in the box, create some chaos, see if they can get a little second action and get a foot on it into the back of the net.
And a lot more players in the penalty area for the Hoosiers as the throw goes in to the near post, but it's headed away by the Hawkeyes. And they'll start with it. Ingles with a head of steam. She'll get it up to Otto. Pardon with a lot of space will send it out wide. Here's Eva Pattison. A lot of real estate ahead of her. She's just going to carry it herself. She'll send it in the box. And that's going to be an easy save for Gerstenberg. It will slow down this tempo. Let her players get downfield.
Pattison not usually the one putting in those balls into the box. That time taking it over because there was so much space on that far right side. Ingles was on this side picking up the ball. Great from her to get it out of danger for the Iowa team and advance it up the field. Parton sees the space and gives it out to Pattinson. But like I said, not really her skill set to get it the balls in the box. So comfortable save for Gerstenberg in the end.
And we'll get a stoppage of play. Looks like Indiana will have the ball back now. It'll be played back to Gerstenberg. We'll send it to Avery Sneed. Indiana playing a little bit of a catching game here. We'll send it out wide to Caulfield. Pressured there by Pardon. Loose ball, and it's cleared away there by Fetty. And the Hoosiers will have to regroup. Caulfield will try and send it wide. That's intercepted there by Johnston. Fought there, and the Hawkeyes will recollect. Johnston out wide to Rolling, looking to get around the defender there, Costello. But that'll be poked out of bounds, resulting in a Hawkeye throw-in.
This Iowa midfield does so much work. Making plays on the ball, getting the ball back for Iowa, and eventually winning the throw with Kenzie Rolling here on the side. But this Iowa midfield is the heart of their team and does a lot of work for them. And with the way they play, getting long balls up to their forward line and then having those midfielders come off those forward players and keep their attacks going. Sophia Bush and Eliotto are great at it.
Speaking of Bush, here she is. She'll send it out way wide towards half to Pattison. That pass is just out of the reach of Johnson. The Hoosiers will start the other way. But the Hawkeyes quick on defense.
Yeah, once again, their midfield, Riley Fetty, Johnson, really good at cleaning up any mistakes that Iowa may make, and they don't make a lot.
And it's a through ball there to Otto. Looking to gain separation. We'll send it out wide. That's going to be headed away, though, by the Hoosiers. And they'll work to reset. That was Camille Ham with the header to get that out of trouble. And she'll kick it out of bounds, resulting in a Hawkeye throw-in. It's going to be a quick throw. Ingles trying to get around to the defense. Won there again by Otto. And it'll be sent to Rolling, but it's going to be kicked away. Great defensive play there. That was Lauren Costello once again. Kenzie Rolling in a great scoring opportunity. just not able to get a shot away. That's the closest look we've had so far.
Yeah, it was a great little pass from Sophia Bush there. Just plays in Rolling, but Rolling didn't know she didn't have enough time to take another touch on that and eventually get Shepard out.
Here come the Hawkeyes again. That's going to be cleared away. In the meantime, Johnston will recollect for the Hawkeyes. Sent out wide. That's going to be just out of the reach of Bush. Throw in for the Hoosiers.
I was really using the entire width of the field there, getting up and down from side to side, really stretching out this Indiana defense and creating some gaps that they're definitely finding and exploiting so far.
That'll be a throw in for the Hawkeyes. Here's Parton. We'll go to Rolling. To Bush. Big collision there with Costello. That'll result in an advantage for the Hawkeyes. No whistle. We'll continue on. Bush will cross it into the middle. Headed. It was intended for Parton, but that's headed away nicely by the Hoosiers. Johnston will recollect near the halfway line. Pattison will play it back to Greer. They'll play some catchers. Pattison again. We'll try and send it into Parton. That's going to be deflected away. And that's going to be kicked out of trouble there by Gerstenberg, who sends it way down the field.
Looks like there's a shout for handball from some of the Iowa players, and the referee might be taking a look at it now.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to look it over here.
Unfortunately, we do not have a replay for you, but we will let you know when the decision is made. I didn't really see what happened there, but it looked like Barrett Parton was pretty adamant about it hitting an Indiana hand.
Well, in the meantime, Logan, we've seen a lot more pressure for this Hawkeyes offense. Haven't really seen much of the Hoosiers being able to get much on their own counterattacks, as the Hawkeyes have been doing a really good job trapping the neutral zone and really not allowing any real chances for the Hoosiers to go the other way against Macy King.
Yeah, Iowa's been on top this first 10 minutes. I mean, there's been really no path for Indiana to play out of their own half, and they've barely had any touches on the Iowa half. Iowa's been really good at, like you said, pressuring them in the little corners and pockets on their back line and winning the ball back up high and creating chances off of it. But this Indiana team has got to step it up if they want to come away with an upset here today.
And as for the Hawkeyes, we already talked about how they've dominated play so far, 2 shots so far. So you probably don't want to change much as you're already in the driver's seat, but we'll see after this review if they're able to continue that offensive pressure.
Yeah, Deani may be just making a couple tweaks to some of the positions and players he wants to make some tweaks to, but overall I think the game plan's good right now, and it shows.
And so it's going to be a handball. Referee comes to the decision. Looks like it'll be a drop ball. It will be for the Hawkeyes. It'll go to Pattison. She'll play it back to Enking. Play through the middle. The Hoosiers trying to gain possession here. Playing a little bit of keep away. That's going to be out of bounds on a Hoosier throw-in. Ham will take the throw. 10 minutes have gone past here in the first half. It's going to be headed down, cleared away there by Fetty. Almost a near handball once again there on the Hawkeyes. Engels trying to get a clearing attempt. She'll send it to Otto. Fetty surrounded by red jerseys. The Hawkeyes still able to control, but the Hoosiers steal it there. Back to the Hawkeyes. No team really having much possession so far here along that far sideline. That's going to sail out of bounds, resulting in another Hoosier throw-in.
Indiana giving Iowa a little bit of taste of their own medicine here, putting some good pressure on them in their own half and winning the ball back now. They haven't been able to get into that final third and into the box to make something happen, but the pressure has been good for them these last couple minutes. It's a good sign. Now they have a set piece to get a ball in the box here and maybe make something happen.
Yeah, free kick's going to be taken here by Layla Serda, who is the Hoosiers' leading goal scorer, 7 goals so far in 11 games. And again, as we said, a lot of those goals coming early in the season as the Hoosiers have only been able to find the back of the net 3 times in the last 5 games. We'll see what Serda can do. She'll cross it in. That's going to be headed away by Greer. Easily defended by the Hawkeyes as they'll try and start the other way. Maybe slow down the tempo so the players can get downfield. As Pattison will look to pardon again. That's going to be headed away by the Hoosiers. As they fight for it. Hoosiers looking to come away with the ball there. Here's Serda on the sidelines. That'll sail out of bounds. And it'll be a Hoosier throw-in. Ham will take the throw-in once again. Looking for Serda. They'll sail over her head, and it'll be a goal kick for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, just put a little too much on that one, and Patterson just sees it out, settles the game down a little bit, allows Iowa to get their shape back and maybe get out of their half here with a big boot from Anakin or a couple passes and then out. We'll see what they do.
And Shore will send it to the other side. Looking for Ingles, but the Hoosiers steal. There's a shot. That'll be wide. Enking doesn't face her any bit. It'll be another goal kick for the Hawkeyes.
Would have taken something pretty special from there to beat Anakin, but not today. A little high and wide. Sees it out pretty comfortably, and Iowa gets this ball back.
Fought for, and the Hoosiers have possession in the meantime. That's going to be sent toward the middle to Serda. Defended well there by Pattison. She'll let it go out of bounds. And that's going to be another Hawkeye goal kick. Great play there by Eva Pattison to prevent Layla Serda from getting any scoring opportunity off of that play.
Yeah, that was great defending there. Just gets her body in front of her and lets the ball roll out of play while she's shielding off Serda. Gets out with the ball back and snuffs out that chance.
Was trying to get around the defender there. Advantage again for the Hawkeyes. It'll be sent out wide. Here's Pardon. Pardon looking for a passing lane. She'll send it to Fetty. And that's going to sail just over the crossbar, resulting in a goal kick for Indiana.
Good idea to get that ball going quick and out to Pardon on the left-hand wing here. She had a lot of space and time, but couldn't really pick anyone out or find any room for a shot, so eventually peters out, and Indiana can get it out of their own half now.
So Gerstenberg will boot this downfield. Hawkeyes looking to gain control here. Greer steps up briefly. Now Johnston will settle it. Looking for Pattison. That passes out the reach. The Hawkeyes will have to restart way back in their own territory. So Enking will play it back to Pattison. Along the sideline, here's Ingles. Another Iowa throw-in. Pardon will play back to Ingles. That's out of her reach, but the Hawkeyes still have possession. Greer with great patience there, over to get it to Fetty. And that's going to be a foul there on the Hoosiers.
Great play from Parton there, just receiving the ball, sticking it to her foot, and getting her defender on the backside there, and the defender couldn't resist giving her a little shove in the back and draws a foul, settles the game down a little bit, allows Iowa to push their back line up and push that Indiana defense back into their own half.
Pattison will look for a man here. Downfield. Pardon's got it. And it'll be cleared by the Hoosiers, but that will be a corner kick for the Hawkeyes. Looks like Micah Ingles will take the corner. She'll play it to Bush. Up close. Back to Ingles. Looking for Otto on the inside. Centering pass. Rebound by Fetty. And that's going to be blocked. And it'll be another corner for the Hawkeyes.
Nice little play they had off the short corner there, just creating a different angle and then sliding in that little back pass to the near 6-yard box, but good defending from Indiana, sees it out.
That corner goes to Pattison. Said long shot, and it's going to be stopped there by Gerstenberg. And she'll try and quickly send it downfield. That's going to be out of the reach of everyone. And it'll roll right to Anakin's hands. And she'll slow the tempo down here. Her throw will go right to rolling. That's going to be a handball, but the Hawkeyes will play on, possibly. Nope, the whistle will sound. Hawkeyes will remain with possession anyway. Here's rolling again. We'll look for Pardon. That deflects off of an Indiana defender. Pardon looking to drive the net. We'll center. That'll go off of the Indiana defender. That was Hayden Volchek.
Kenzie Rowling and Bear Pardon have had great chemistry on this left-hand side here. Rowling has played in Pardon a few times now with a lot of space, with her able to drive into the box and maybe make something happen. Gotten a couple corners out of them now.
Sophia Bush will take the corner this time. Potentially will send it into the box. She will do just that. And Hawkeyes looking for a handball there. No call from the ref. As the Hoosiers briefly had it out of trouble. Another cross will be sent in. That's going to sail over the net. And it'll be a goal kick for the Hoosiers. And they'll get away with another failed opportunity by the Hawkeyes offense, as that was another great scoring chance. But Indiana standing tall.
Yeah, that was a great ball from Pardon. Put it back into the box at the back post. Had a couple of Iowa players running onto it, but good defending in the end from Indiana, and they're able to get it out. Looks like the referee's not going to want to look at that handball decision that the Iowa players maybe wanted, but Iowa gets the ball back, so
Hoosiers looking to gain possession once again. That's going to be played back to Gerstenberg. Almost sailing out of bounds there. Hawkeyes will steal. That's Ingles. Slowing the tempo down now, trying to get around the defender. Defended well there. That's Camille Ham once again. And she has no choice but to sail it out of bounds.
Sophia Bush and that Iowa press just creating the opportunity there again, winning the ball back up high and getting the ball to Ingles in a danger position, but good defending in the end from Indiana again. Iowa's definitely been on top these first 20 minutes, and Indiana's had some last-ditch defending to keep them off the scoreboard, but if it keeps up like this, I wouldn't doubt Iowa gets one before the half.
That ball was sent through to a maze of players. Hawkeyes looking once again to clear. They'll have it in the meantime. That pass is going to be behind Otto. And it'll be a throw-in for the Hoosiers. Ham will take the throw-in. Goes to Neighbors. And it's sent out wide. A lot of space now for Piper Caulfield. Rolling right alongside her. She'll block the initial cross attempt. And that ball is going to stay inbounds briefly, but Rolling will clear it away. So it'll be another Hoosier throw, and Costello will take it here. Again, they'll put more Hoosiers inside the box, moving up the center backs. Here's the throw from Costello towards near post. That's going to be cleared away by Johnston. Costello again will cross. And that header will be wide, resulting in a goal kick. Sydney Mazer was there for the Hoosiers.
Just a little bit too deep from Caulfield there. Hard to get a head on it when you're reaching back and stretching for it. Unable to get too much on it, and it just sends out of play. Iowa gets another chance to reset and get possession out of their half.
Long pass control by the Hawkeyes. That pass is going to be intended for Pardon, who will get there. Volchek staying with her, but Pardon will get around the shot, and an easy save by Gerstenberg. Pardon not able to get a lot on that shot attempt from just outside the box. And Gerstenberg will slow things down here.
Good build-up play from Iowa there, going from end to end, but yeah, like you said, Pardon just didn't get the cleanest contact and not enough to trouble Gerstenberg in the goal there.
And Gerstenberg's punt will once again go right to Enking. She'll play it short to Pattison. We'll look for Otto along the sidelines, but that's going to sail out of bounds. We're past the halfway point of the first quarter. Still scoreless, though. Iowa outshooting Indiana 6-2. Iowa had 2 shots on goal. Enking hasn't been faced just yet with any shots on goal, as there's another collision. Ingles went down pretty hard there. Hawkeyes will be able to regroup here. Long ball once again. As the teams fight for it, Pattison will look to regain control. And they'll go out of bounds once again. Quick throw in by the Hawkeyes. They fight for it. Otto will come out of the pile with it. Pardon will try and go out wide to Ingles as that is deflected. And the Hoosiers will have possession right back. Volchek to Avery Sneed. Here's Ham. It goes off of her out of bounds. Nice play by Ingles. But the Hoosiers will have it right back. And that pass is going to be intercepted by Maggie Johnston. We'll just try and get it deep into Indiana territory. No team in this last minute has really had clear possession so far, as that's going to be another throw-in.
Yeah, it's been Iowa kind of just trying to play it through, and then Indiana maybe getting a touch or two on the ball, but so many Iowa players just run right after them and get them off the ball, and Iowa's gotten it back a few times now, but Indiana now with the ball, trying to get it out of their half. They look to play forward a lot more often than back. I think they maybe know that they have a tough task against Iowa here and just got to steal a goal rather than trying to play through them.
And that'll go out of bounds once again. Hawkeyes will to finally have a little bit of possession as Greer will play it to Schuler. We'll play it back to Greer. Greer with a lot of room to work with. We'll play it to Pattison. And back to Enneking. Enneking will play a long ball. Fetty will control that again for the Hawkeyes. And Ingles will start it back once again for a possible switch of field. The Hawkeyes going back to Enneking as Indiana not allowing much passing lanes so far. Long ball will play to Otto, and that's going to be out of bounds once again with the Indiana throw-in. We've seen a lot of this in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, Iowa's been looking comfortable and controlling the ball, but Indiana hasn't been giving them much lately to play through them, as we saw in the first 20 or so minutes. Iowa seems more than happy to, though, just play it around at the back, wait for those gaps to come up and exploit them.
And here's Bush looking for Pardon down the middle. That's going to be deflected away. Hoosiers will send it downfield. That's defended away by Schuler. Fetty will settle it down for Pattison, who's got a lot of room. We'll play it in the middle for Pardon. Ingles will try and cross it in. And an aggressive Gerstenberg is able to get to the ball first. And she'll restart things for the Hoosiers.
Good claim from Gerstenberg there. Just comes out, makes it her responsibility to go get that ball. Puts away any chance of Sophia Bush getting on the end of that one. And now Indiana gets it out of their half again.
Here's Pardon. Waiting for some help. She'll send it out wide, rolling. Will stay onside. There's no flag. Rolling. We'll try and send it in. There's Otto in the middle. Great defense there by Volchik to just not allow any shot attempt there. And that's going to be cleared away. The Hawkeyes will have to restart again. Pattison with some space. She'll send it in. And Gerstenberg, the first one there again, to spoil another Hawkeye chance. 16.5 minutes to go.
A couple more chances from Iowa there. Saw some good play from Kenzie Rolling on this side here. Beats her marker and able to get in across, but good defending from Volchek, like you said. Stopped that one out, and then Pattison just sent it a little bit too long, and Gerstenberg able to come out and claim that one again. But Iowa right back on the ball.
That pass by Schuler deflected away. Nice defending there by Piper Caulfield. And now a lot of substitutions here for the Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes will start here on a throw-in. Warren Gesick, one of the new substitutions in for the Hawkeyes. We'll play to another new substitution, Madison Wilson. That's going to be intercepted by the Hoosiers. They'll look to possibly switch the field here as they're in tight quarters. Caulfield will get it up to the near half line. And now the Hawkeyes will have it. There's Bush. Will look to go out wide to Fetty. Ingles will play it back to Pattison. She'll get it back from Greer. And she'll try and send it in. And that's going to be cleared away. Maya Hansen, the third substitution for the Hawkeyes, had it for a moment, but the Hoosiers were able to clear it. Greer will send it towards the other side of the field, but that's headed away by Caulfield. It'll be cleared back to Greer again, who will have to send it to Pattison, maybe looking to go to Enneking there, but the Hawkeyes will try and keep the ball in Indiana territory, which they do. Hoosiers still not able to get out of their own end with possession.
One of the best things about this Iowa team is how deep they are, and when they bring on subs, their level just doesn't seem to drop at all. We saw a triple change there, brought in 3 players to change that front line up a little bit, and they've been bossing it so far.
It'll be cleared away once again. That'll roll right to Macy Enneking. We'll play it to Greer. Here's Johnston to Schuler. That pass is going to be picked off by the Hoosiers. And it'll be one right back to the Hawkeyes. And that'll go out of bounds. We'll see. It's Hawkeye throwing. Quick throw-in now by Iowa. Fetty will get to the loose ball first. She'll try and play it wide, but that's going to go out of bounds once again. Now a lot of substitutions here for the Hoosiers. Four new players in for the Hoosiers. And the Hawkeyes will play right back to Enneking. We'll send it to the middle of the field. And right back to Enneking again. And Wilson will play it back to Pattison, who'll send it to Hanson. That's going to be out of her reach. Now here's Johnston. We'll play it to Gesick. Looking for Bush once again. That's going to be cleared out of there by Costello. Throw in now for the Hawkeyes. That'll be played to Bush. Bush looking to cross. Unable to do so. Johnston will send it out wide. Gesick trying to get there, but it'll be out of her reach. And it'll result in an Indiana goal kick.
The Hoosiers taking off both of their top goal scorers on the season so far with those subs that just came in recently. It'll be interesting to see how they do against this Iowa team after their starters couldn't get much done.
Pattison will just clear that out. Hoosiers will start once again with a throw-in. Camille Ham will take it. Indiana will send more into the box. Throw-in is a little short, but the Hawkeyes are able to clear in the meantime. Hanson's the first one there for the Hawkeyes. She'll send it out wide. Gesick with a head of steam. Will be stopped in the meantime. Great move to get around Volchek. And she'll try and send it to Hanson in the middle. Defended well there by the Hoosiers. And the Hawkeyes will resettle at their own end of the field. Schuler will play it to Johnston. Looking for Gesick on the sideline, but that's going to be stolen briefly. And the Hawkeyes will have to restart. Playing a little bit of keep away right now. There's less than 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still scoreless. Now Sneed for the Hoosiers. It'll be stolen right back by the Hawkeyes. Ingles will play it to Hanson. And that's going to be cleared once again off of Wilson. Hoosiers with another throw-in. Ham will take it once again. And headed out of bounds by another Hawkeye.
Gets them a good 20 yards there.
Hoosiers with brief control, but that's going to be cleared away by Greer. He'll be sent out wide. Pattison there to defend it away. It'll result in another Hoosier throw-in, and Ham will try and get it in the box once again.
Yeah, the Hoosiers haven't had much success trying to build through this Iowa team, so every chance they get, getting in the box and creating some chaos, hopefully, like I said, stealing a goal maybe be huge for them here.
Ham will send it in. That's going to be headed away by Rolling. Ham will have it again. She'll cross it in. Not able to get an initial shot. Another shot blocked. Olivia Rush tried to have that first attempt. She has it again. Another shot is going to be wide of the net. And it'll be a goal kick for the Hawkeyes. Olivia Albert, number 4, one of the new subs, took that last shot that sailed out of bounds.
Good defending from Iowa there, just throwing blocks in, getting the ball a little bit further and further out every single time. Eventually, Indiana taking the shot and wide off the mark. Iowa gets the ball, a chance to get it out of their own half again.
It's going to go out of bounds off of the Hoosier. So the Hawkeyes will have a throw-in. Pattison will send it. And Hanson's able to get it back for the Hawkeyes in the meantime, but stolen again by the Hoosiers. They'll look to keep the possession for a little bit. Here's Albert to rush in the middle. Now Olivia Smith will try and send it in. That's going to be deflected away. Hawkeyes will regain possession. Schuler to Bush. Schuler again. It's a possession game once again. And the Hoosiers will clear it out of safety. Yeah, more substitutions for the Hawkeyes. More Hawkeye starters coming off the field here.
A rare sub for Pattinson. Looks like Fife will go into the middle of the field while Johnston steps back into that right center back role that Pattinson usually takes up. Interesting to see how she does there.
Here's Rush for the Hoosiers. Played out wide. Now to Ham. And that ball looked like it went out of bounds there. That's what the assistant referee signals. So it'll be a Hawkeye throw-in once again with less than 5 minutes to go.
If Iowa doesn't get one before the half, I think they'll be a little bit disappointed to not score, but they've had good signs where they've been able to dominate the game for long periods. Not so much lately, but earlier in the game, they definitely were on top for a long time. With some good chances, but nothing too dangerous right now. So I feel like Indiana will feel like they're in a good place as well.
Snead looking for a player downfield. That's going to be intercepted by Fetty. It'll be played out wide once again, but the Hawkeyes quick on the defense. Able to receive back. That's going to be stolen by the Hoosiers. They'll look to get a counterattack, but the Hawkeyes quick to recover. Fife will have possession for the Hawkeyes, looking to clear it out of trouble. Not doing so just yet. And it's finally cleared away there by Johnston.
We've seen a few mistakes now from this Iowa team. Just maybe letting in a little bit of a chance for Indiana. I haven't been able to capitalize them off the mistakes yet, but Iowa doesn't want to make it easy for this team if they can try.
Hoosiers will clear it. Schuler with it to Gesick. And she's pressured almost immediately. And it's going to be a foul. Hopper playing maybe a little too aggressively there. So the Hawkeyes will be rewarded with possession to continue. Schuler will send it deep. Headed away by the Hoosiers. And they'll clear it away. And King will get to it first. And get it out of harm's way. Hoosiers will look to keep a little bit of possession here. That's going to be another foul. This time on the Hawkeyes. Avery Sneed will take the kick. She'll send it towards the box. That's going to be headed away. Hawkeyes will come away with it, try and clear it. Hoosiers looking to send it in again, but the Hawkeyes again quick to counter as Johnston will settle it. Here's Doherty. We'll get it back from Johnston. Has a decent amount of room. We'll send it to Wilson. Wilson with the defender on her. We'll send it to Hansen. Hansen with some room now. We'll send it into the box, and it's cleared away briefly by the Hoosiers. Hawkeyes again not able to get a shot away, but they still have possession. Another shot is blocked. Now Bush will send it wide. And Doherty's going to be offside there. She was looking to cross it in. But just ahead of that back line as we're in the final minute of the first half.
That would have been a beautiful goal for Iowa if they had gotten on the end of that cross from Maya Hansen. Their wonderful build-up play all the way down the field, side to side, end to end. Ends up getting a good ball in, but no one to get on the end of it to put it back in the Indiana net. And that is a huge play for Indiana because if Iowa would have scored there, all the momentum's in their hands. They go into halftime with a 1-0 lead, and we know how hard this Iowa team is to score against, so would have been huge for them. But Indiana able to get the stops they need to.
Hawkeye throwing with 20 seconds to go. Shea Doherty will get it back. The Hoosiers will get a steal in the mid-time. That's going to be another foul on the Hawkeyes. And that looks like that's going to close out the first half as the Hoosiers probably won't even take this kick. And that will conclude the first half here at the U-Iowa Soccer Complex where the Iowa Hawkeyes have hosted the Indiana Hoosiers. The score is still 0-0. You've been watching Big Ten Plus. Which makes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back to the U Iowa Soccer Complex. I'm Charlie Fox along with Logan Moore. Iowa Hawkeyes ranked number 11th in the nation. They're facing the Indiana Hoosiers here in Iowa City. Score is still 0-0 as we're about to begin the second half. Logan, we saw a lot of pressure from the Hawkeyes, but we've also seen a lot of defensive traps from both teams, not really able to get much of chances so far in this game.
Yeah, Iowa was on top early on. We saw that for the first 15, 20 minutes. They had the ball on Indiana's half pretty much the entire time. But Indiana came back, seemed like they settled in a little bit after that time and able to kind of make it 50-50, and we saw a lot of the midfield battle going on for the rest of the half there. Neither side making too many good chances, but Iowa definitely had more than Indiana. So right now I feel like Indiana will need to step it up for the second half if they want to come back in this and maybe get a win here. But I think Iowa's got to keep on cruising, and eventually they'll get the goal that they're looking for.
And Macy Enneking hasn't had to make a save thus far in this game, as the Hawkeyes will maybe look to get possession there, as that pass is going to be well off the mark. And handled well there by Jamie Gerstenberg, who's only made 2 saves so far, which have been pretty easy ones. We haven't really seen any prime scoring opportunities so far for both these teams, or at least scoring opportunities that have been resulting in shots. Both teams have maybe been in good positions, but just not able to get any shots away so far, as the defenses have really shut down any prime scoring opportunities so far.
Yeah, Iowa put in a couple good balls into the box, but like you said, Indiana shutting those down pretty quickly and able to keep the clean sheet for the first half.
Olivia Albert will take the throw in for the Hoosiers. A little bit of possession game, but the Hawkeyes will recover. Pattison will send it downfield. That's going to be to a streaking Barrett Pardon, but she is going to be called for offside. Just a step too early, as that was a great ball by Eva Pattison. Pardon was able to get a step on the back line just a little too far ahead, and that'll be called back. Hoosiers able to catch a break there.
Yeah, great idea, but just a little bit too far for Parton there. A little bit too early of a run. Iowa bench seemed like they thought she was onside, but line judge had other ideas.
Second time we've seen an offside call this game. Both have been against the Hawkeyes. It's going to be another throw-in for the Hoosiers. And we'll throw it in. She'll get it back from Layla Serta. And once again, she'll have to play it back to Caulfield. And she'll send it downfield. Briefly controlled there by Ava Akil, who's seen her first action so far in this game. Costello will play it to Smith. Here's Akil again. Pressured there by Rolling. Hoosiers playing with good possession here. Smith will send it back out wide. That's going to be headed away by Rolling. Akil with it again along the side. That shot's going to be easily blocked there by Millie Greer. Schuler there pressured. And good defense there by Olivia Albert to be able to shield it away from Schuler. And it will result in a Hoosier throw-in. Costello will take it. And some Hoosiers will move into the box.
Been a good little spell of possession here for Indiana and Iowa's final third, and looking to get the ball in the box here, like you said. create some chaos.
And Costello will send it in. Away by Rolling, and another shot attempt. Will sail well wide. And Enneking was able to get that before it went out of bounds, so the Hawkeyes are quick in transition.
That was good cover from Caulfield there. Just saw the space open up and closed it down and makes that intercepting pass to stop that Iowa counterattack.
Harding lost it there for a second. Battled for there by Johnson and Serda. Serda will play it out wide. Here's Grieshock. Defended there by Pattison. Grieshock will try and go wide. And defended well there by Pattison. And the Hoosiers will see their first corner of the game. And it only took less than 6 minutes.
Very tough to get around Pattison. Every single game she has amazing tackles to stop all the attacks that are coming down her side. And just there you see a perfect example of what she's great at.
It looks like the corner will be taken by Layla Serda. We'll maybe look to play it short to Camille Ham or send it in the box. Well, instead, Ham's going to take it now. It looks like the opposite's going to take place here. Serda might send it into the box. Trying to get around Ingles, and she does, but not around Pardon, who was there in support. Ingles is going to cough it up. That shot's going to be blocked, and Rolling will get it away from trouble. Grieshock with that initial shot attempt. She'll get it back from the long ball. That header's going to be missed by the Hawkeyes, and then eventually cleared. But not out yet. Ham will get it back for the Hoosiers. To Grieshock. Back to Ham. That pass out of the reach. Albert to recover for the Hoosiers. But that's going to be cleared away by Pattison. Sent back in by the Hoosiers. We've had much of the pressure so far in the second half. That pass is going to be intercepted by Johnston. Ingles will leave it for Otto. Was able to get it into space. Bush with a lot of space will send it out wide to Rolling. We'll see if she can get to it before out of bounds. She does. Played by Costello. The 228s come in contact. And that's going to go out of bounds. And it'll result in the fourth corner of the game for the Iowa Hawkeyes, looking to get their first scoring opportunity of the second half.
Well, I called for Indiana to step it up, and I think they have these first 8 minutes here in this first half. Been putting a lot of pressure on this Iowa defense. But Iowa's really good at being able to play out from the back, as we saw there, all the way down the field from side to side, end to end, and able to get the corner out of it.
And Micah Ingles will take it once again. So send it short. Rolling on the top of the box. Not able to get a shot away. That's going to be cleared by the Hoosiers. Pattison with a long shot. That's going to be wide of the net. Gerstenberg looked like she maybe wanted to catch that one, but instead just let it sail out of bounds. It will result in an Indiana goal kick.
Decent effort, just always going wide. And, yeah, like you said, Gerstenberg seemed like she knew that was going wide in the end and lets it go out for a goal kick.
It'll be played short. Look to be picked off by the Hawkeyes as Rolling got the deflection on it. Hoosiers will try and get it out of their own zone, but the Hawkeyes will regain possession. Schuler will play it to Bush. Now wide to Gesick. Gesick looking to cross it in. And cleared briefly. Another shot just wide. Sophia Bush was there at the top of the box, but didn't get a lot on it. And it'll be another Indiana goal kick. That's maybe one of the best looks the Hawkeyes have had so far, though.
An interesting early sub here made by Diani, where he brought in Gesick to go on that far side, just involved there. But moving and rolling into this striker position that Parton, who came out, is usually occupying, and just a different style for sure. Kenzie Rowling's not going to be that hold-up player that Parton is. She's going to be looking to more run in behind and play it off to her wide players where she usually is at. So it'll be interesting to see how she does in this role.
And so far, Kenzie Rowling's able to get a header on both of the Indiana goal kicks in this last minute. So already playing a little bit of a factor here in that new position. Hoosiers looking for a counterattack now. Here's Sneed. We'll play the grease shock. And that's going to be an Indiana throw-in. And we'll send a long ball deep. Fought for a moment. Hoosiers have brief control, but the Hawkeyes look to clear. Ingles will start the other way. We'll try and send it out wide to Rolling, but Sneed's able to get to the loose ball first, and we'll just send it out of bounds for a Hawkeye throw-in. Quick throw-in now by the Hawkeyes. Big collision there, no call on the play. Refs say it's clean. We'll play on. Here's Bush in the middle. Pattison. Now to Greer. Hawkeyes will switch the field against Schuler. Johnston will send it back to Pattison. Rolling, looking for Otto and Stride, but that's going to be off the mark. And a good slide tackle there by Rolling. Even though it will result in Indiana throwing, it'll save some time on the clock in the meantime. And we'll send another deep throw in. Headed away there by Pattison. Big collision there. And we're not going to see a call on that. Maggie Johnston got way up in the air for that tackle.
Yeah, the referee letting the game flow a little bit early on in the second half. Don't hate to see that. I like it when game goes uninterrupted for long periods of time. Lets the players get into their flow a little bit and see some crisper passes, but I'll able to win the ball back here.
Ingles to Bush. Bush will try and send it out wide. Rolling will get there. Will stay on side. She'll send it in. And it's headed just over the net. Hawkeyes with their best scoring chance so far in this game. That header was for Ellie Otto, I believe. Or excuse me, that was not Ellie Otto. That was Lauren Gazik on the opposite side. And it sails just over the crossbar. And the 9th shot of the game for the Hawkeyes is not executed. It'll stay scoreless. Hawkeyes will have it again, though. Bush to Gesick. Looking for Rolling. That's going to be intercepted, though, by Olivia Albert. Hawkeyes will have it back, though. Fetty will play it wide to Pattison. Back in the middle. Greer will look to switch the field. That pass is deflected. Hawkeyes, though, with a quick throw-in. Rolling looks to get around Costello. She does. We'll send it in the middle. No one there to get a clear shot away. Now Gesick. Shot over the crossbar. And it'll be another Indiana goal kick. And the Hoosiers will have a few substitutions as well.
Just feels like Iowa needed to get that shot away a little bit sooner there. Just trying to pass into the back of the net rather than fired into the back of the net. And Indiana able to recover and get that ball out a little bit and force a long shot that ends up going high and wide. And they're able to settle the game back down, get some subs in, get some fresh legs on, and go again.
And we see 3 of Indiana's starters come back into the game. Kennedy Neighbors, Sydney Mazer, and Elle Britt are all back in the game. Here's Otto working on Sneed. We'll send it to Kenzie rolling. And she's going to get called for offsides.
It was a good line held by the Hoosier defense there, just letting Kenzie rolling just stray a little bit offsides and gets caught. Hoosiers get the ball back and able to get the ball out of their half again.
Nearing 30 minutes to go in the second half. Score is still 0-0. And Gerstenberg with a big boot. Ref says play on. That's going to be cleared away by Pattison. Rolling quick on pursuit. And Caulfield. She's going to be forced to kick that one out of bounds. It'll be a Hawkeye throw-in. Quick throw-in again for the Hawkeyes. Rolling. Giving herself some space. Looking for Otto. But it's going to be cleared away by the Hoosiers. Here's Fetty to Johnston. Out wide again to Schuler. Gessick will try and send it in. Easily headed away there by Caulfield. And Gessick has it again. We'll send it into rolling. That stayed in bounds. Hoosiers will able to clear. Before it goes out of bounds, another Hawkeye throw-in incoming. Gessick will send it into the box. And cleared in the meantime. Hawkeyes still have possession, though. Gessick will look to send it in again. She does. And that's going to go over Gerstenberg. And it'll result in a Hawkeye corner as Ham had to just guide it out of bounds and get it away from trouble. Hawkeyes will send another substitution. It'll be their fifth corner of the game, looking to finally maybe execute on one of their set pieces.
Unconvincing from Gerstenberg there. You don't see that very often, where she kind of just misjudged the flight of the ball, goes over her hand, and luckily there's no Iowa player there to fire it into the back post. But Iowa gets the goal or a corner kick out of it, and another chance.
Gessick will send it in. There's a shot. Looked like it went off the back of Fetty, and it's going to be cleared by the Hoosiers. Here's Pattison. We'll try and send it back in. Gerstenberg will be first to this one. And she'll slow the tempo down, which has been very fast so far in the second half, especially compared to the first.
Yeah, definitely.
Hoosiers will win it by the far side. And cleared by the Hawkeyes. Maya Hansen looking to be the first one to the ball. She is. Try and send it into the box. That clearing attempt is not going to go far. Hansen looking to win it back. Now here's Johnston. She'll send it in. And that's going to be cleared away. Now with a lot of space is Britt, but she decides to wait for some help. And that long pass is going to be easily picked up there.
Iowa's so good about stopping those counterattacks by just getting bodies back. It's all just effort. You see 5-6 players sprinting back there to stop that chance and able to get the ball back, but gave it away again.
Grijoc working on Pattison, trying to get around her. Pattison defended well there. And she'll clear it out of trouble. That's the second time that Marissa Grijoc looked to get some space around Eva Pattison, but Pattison has been standing tall this entire game.
Definitely one of the best defenders in the Big Ten. Shows it game after game with the tackles she makes and the balls that she plays to her front line too. Great. We saw the one she had to Parton earlier in the game. Just a really all-around great player for this Iowa team.
Sneed will try and send it to Britt. McGreer's there to play it to Enneking. Gets it well out of trouble. Hoosiers will look to try and restart. That pass is going to be picked off by Pattison, who's got a head of steam. And that's going to be a foul. I believe that was Camille Ham that went in for that slide tackle. Looked like she clipped Pattison there. So the Hawkeyes will have the ball back. Pattison will try and send it in near the top of the box. And she'll do just that. That header is just going to be just off the mark. And it'll go wide. 25 minutes to go now in the second half, and it'll be another Indiana goal kick, and we'll see another substitution for the Hawkeyes. Madison Wilson coming back into the game. And we'll send a long one near the center of the field. But the Hoosiers will win it back. Britt, surrounded by gray jerseys. Still has it, though. To shock. I'll go out wide to Ham, who will settle. Here's Rush to Sneed. Back to Rush. Hawkeyes looking to get this one out of trouble. They will in the meantime. It's collected there by Hansen. Looking for some help. She'll send it wide to Ingles. We'll go back to Hansen. She'll look there. Here's Gesick. And the cross. Nowhere near anybody. Johnston looking to get to the ball before it goes out of play. Doesn't get there quite in the nick of time. It'll result in a Hoosier throw-in.
Some beautiful play from Maya Hansen there. Holding the ball up, letting her attackers come with her, and laying it off, and making a great run off to the near right-hand side here, and picks the ball up in a dangerous area and gets it further down in, but Iowa unable to make anything of it. They're just missing that final killer action now.
Hawkeyes will regroup, looking to switch the field again. Pattis's long ball is picked off in the middle of the field. Grishak will play it in the middle to Britt. We'll look to play it back, but Pattison is there once again. That's recollect again briefly by the Hoosiers. And the Hawkeyes will win it back. Here's Ingles. We'll play it to Otto. To Fetty. Back to Otto. Otto will play it short to Hansen. Hansen not able to get a shot away. And it's going to be cleared by the Hoosiers. Looked like maybe a collision there. No call. Indiana maybe avoiding a penalty there. But they'll take that any day as we're past the halfway point of the second half. Here's Hansen. Hoosiers look to win the ball in the meantime. Britt tackled there by Pattison, but it's still going to result. And it's going to be a Hawkeye throw-in. Great play once again by Eva Pattison to win the ball back for the Hawkeyes with a solid tackle. And she'll get the ball back from Ingles on the throw-in. Schuler on the other side. The defenders will play a little bit of catch. Here's Fetty in the middle of the field to Johnston. And that pass by Pattison is just off the mark. Neighbors will collect it for the Hoosiers. And play it in the middle to Britt. Ref says play on the tackle by Fetty. She has the ball. Will try and swing it wide to Ingles. That's defended well there by Ham. Now Ingles again. That'll be defended well by Camille Ham. That's going to be a Hawkeye throw-in. And some substitutions for both teams as we're nearing 20 minutes left in the second half. Still 0-0. Throw-in will go to Otto. She'll play it back to Pattison. Here's Hansen. Look for Otto on the through ball. Otto having it in the meantime, but it's kicked away. Another throw-in for Iowa. Ingles quickly gets it into Fetty. We'll try and send it into the box, but it goes right to Gerstenberg, who makes another easy save.
Yeah, just too deep of a cross there, and Indiana pushes up to get this ball to their half.
And Gerstenberg taking her time, letting her players get far downfield. That ball's going to sail out of bounds. It'll be an Indiana throw-in. More substitutions now for Indiana. Costello will take the throw-in for the Hoosiers.
There's a conversation going on this near side with the Indiana coach. It's a little bit for the reason for the delay there.
The Hawkeyes will have it back on a throw-in. Hoosiers looking to have full control here of this ball. Costello looking for Britt there in the middle, but that's going to be deflected, but the Hoosiers win it back. It's going to be Britt on the far side. That cross is blocked by Schuler. But Indiana will have a throw in here. We'll see if Costello will get it into the box for a scoring chance here for Indiana.
It's been good signs seeing Britt on the ball more the second half. Didn't really see much of her in that first half, felt like, and she's a player that can make things happen for this Indiana team, so if she gets on the ball, they could definitely score.
And that throw in from Costello easily defended away by the Hawkeyes, but it's going to result in the Indiana corner. And speaking of Elbridge, she will take this corner. And she'll send it in the middle of the box. No one able to get ahead on it. Another shot, and it'll be stopped by Enneking. That's her first save of the game. Shot was by Olivia Albert. Not much of a threat for Macy Enneking, as she makes the save very comfortably and gets it well out of trouble. Off of the second corner for Indiana, but they have it back. And it's picked off there. Johnson will try and send it out wide. Here's Ingles. Stays on side. Will send it in through to Hansen with a shot. Score! The Hawkeyes with 16:55 to go in the second half. Maya Hansen from the through ball from Micah Ingles scores to make it a 1-0 lead for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Maya Hansen, the super sub, with her, I believe, 5th goal this season, just coming off the bench. Great run by her to set up that goal there. Ingles spots a space, perfectly weighted ball to Hansen, picks it up on the edge of the 6-yard box, and then fires her into that bottom left corner. Puts Iowa up 1-0. That was the goal they were searching for the entire game. Must be a huge relief to get it now.
And like you said, Logan, Maya Hansen from the bench. That's her 5th goal of the season. That's second on the team, only behind Barrett Pardon, who's back on the field right now. Hawkeyes finally able to beat Jamie Gerstenberg.
Maya Hansen looked really good since coming on today and gets rewarded with a goal there. Can't take anything away from Ingles' pass there. It's beautifully weighted. Maya Hansen doesn't even have to take a touch to set it into her feet. Just picks it up, right foot, lashes in the bottom corner, and it's a huge goal for Iowa, like I said.
And Schuler will clear that away.
This really puts the pressure on Indiana now to push and maybe commit some more numbers forward that they weren't doing earlier in the game, and maybe you see some gaps starting to open up a little bit more, and then Iowa exploits them on a counterattack. Maybe they get a second or third to put this game to bed, but Indiana's definitely got to put some pressure on Iowa now. And if you're Iowa, it's just about not making it easy for this Indiana team. Not giving them loose passes in your own half. Not fouling them to give them set pieces. Just keep it clean and simple and see this game out for the final 15 minutes.
Iowa playing a little bit of keep away here. And that's a hard foul. Johnson goes down. It's an easy call for the ref as the Hawkeyes will have the ball back. As Johnson's helped to her feet there.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Iowa wants right there. They just push their entire team forward. Now the entire game is being played in Indiana's half, or exactly where they want it to be. They can settle things down a little bit, take their time.
And Pattison will send it in. That's going to be headed away by the Hoosiers. Another big collision. This is going to be a foul on the Hawkeyes. That's going to be against Riley Fetty. Maybe a little aggressive there on the header. Resulting in that collision. We're less than 15 minutes away from the second half coming to a close. Again, the Hawkeyes took the 1-0 lead just 2 minutes ago on the goal by Maya Hansen. Her 5th of the season. And the Hawkeyes will win it back. Rolling, taken down hard. But they'll play on. Ref says it was a fair tackle. And that's going to be a foul there on the Hawkeyes. Johnston there on the tackle. Team's getting a lot more aggressive here since that goal was scored.
Yeah, you can definitely feel a sense of urgency for both of these teams to take a step up. Fouls are starting to pile up.
And Caulfield will take the kick right on the Hawkeye logo. It's near the top of the box. Hawkeyes not able to clear just yet. Indiana still has it. Here's Maggie Ledwith. We'll try and cross it in. That's well defended there by Pattison. And that ball will sail out of bounds. It'll be a Hoosier throw-in to be taken once again by Lauren Costello. And 13 minutes to go, and more substitutions for each team.
Yeah, Indiana getting Serta on, their top scorer and assister on this season so far, so hopefully she can make something happen for them.
Thrown is to the near post, headed away by the Hawkeyes. It'll be a corner once again for the Hoosiers. Elbritt will take it. We'll see if she plays it short to Serta, or we'll send it back in the box like she did last time. She'll send it into the box. Header right on. Enneking bobbled it for a moment, but it'll be another save. That's easily the best chance that Indiana's had so far, as that came off the head of Lauren Costello, who was right in the midst of things for the Hoosiers. But they're unable to get it past Macy Enneking.
Really close from Indiana there, but not a lot of power and direction on that header, and Enneking just thankfully sees it right into her gloves to get it out of there.
They're on for the Hoosiers, and they'll get another one. As that initial throw was deflected away by Micah Ingles. Albert to take the throw in. A little back heel there from Ledwith as the Hoosiers trying to work on the sidelines. That passes off the mark, and the Hawkeyes will take advantage of the throw-in. Costly turnover there.
Yeah, don't
by
want to be
Olivia
having that
Albert
right now. Can't be wasting too much time at this point in the game if you're Indiana.
Hawkeyes will be rewarded with another throw-in. Hawkeyes nicely able to get the ball into space. Back to the center back, Millie Greer. He will switch the field. But Indiana looking to win it back, cleared again by Pattison. And it'll sail out of bounds for another Hawkeye throw-in. More substitutions once again for both teams. And with Ellie Otto substituting out Maya Schuler, that's going to move Maggie Johnston back on the back end for the Hawkeyes to possibly close out this game.
Puts Greer on that left side, brings in Pattison to the middle now.
There's Serta. We'll play it out wide to Ham. Ham looking to get to that loose ball. That's going to be out of her reach. And the Hawkeyes will have a throw-in. 10 minutes to go in the second half. Hawkeyes holding on to that 1-0 lead. And in a game where we see scoring chances come in spades has really opened up so far near the end of this second half. Now here's Pardon with a lot of space. Pardon, shot blocked. Great block there by Sneed on the back line for the Hoosiers. The Hawkeyes still have it, though. Otto taken down. Clean tackle, says the ref. Hoosiers win it back. Here's Britt, defended there by Fetty. Ball stays in bounds. Now here's Smith. She'll send it wide. Costello will play it to Caulfield. Smith in the middle. Will look to go out wide to Serta. That's going to be out of her reach. Hawkeyes will look to clear. And Rolling will do just that and headed away there nicely by Pardon. And it'll go all the way back to Gerstenberg. Hoosiers again trying to send it in. That's going to be cleared away there by Pattison. But the Hoosiers have it back. Smith avoids a slide tackle there. Mazer goes it wide to Ham. No. Ledwith will cross it in. Headed away by Bush. And big collision. And we're not going to see a foul there as Barrett Pardon came in real tough. And she'll send it wide to Ingles. Iowa on the counterattack. Ingles with a shot that's deflected. And lands to the feet of Gerstenberg. Making a comfortable save on an uncomfortable shot. And she'll slow things down with 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, that deflection could have taken that ball anywhere, but luckily it just goes right into the center of the goal where Gerstenberg was positioned nicely and sees it under her gloves and gets this ball into Iowa half.
And back to that tackle, Barrett Pardon with almost a body check on the Indiana player, but referee says no call. But the Hoosiers looking to answer here. Zerdal working on Gezik. Smith will play wide to Costello. And Gezik will clear it back to Indiana territory. And Volchek will send it back into Iowa's zone, but it's taken away by Bush. And Greer will clear it once again. And that ball is going to sail out of bounds. It'll be Indiana throw in. Hawkeyes will win it back briefly, but the Hoosiers quick to steal it back. It's a possession game once again. And Otto will settle it for the Hawkeyes. Pattison to Ingles. Looking for Pardon, but that's defended nicely by Volchik. And it's going to be handled there by Gerstenberg. As Pardon was there on the attack once again. Nearing 6 minutes to go in the game. Bush has it for the Hawkeyes to Johnston. That clearing attempt is blocked by Ledwith. And Pattison will get it back out of trouble again. Here's Pardon to Bush. Going for Ingles wide, but that's blocked by Ham. Indiana not able to get clear possession so far in these last few minutes to really get much of a scoring opportunity, as Johnston will take as much time as she needs. She'll try and send it in. And Gerstenberg is first to the ball. And she'll throw it across the field to Sneed. Pressured there briefly by Ingles, but she's able to clear it in the meantime. But it's stolen by Fetty. Here's Otto to Ingles. Fetty over to Otto. To Johnston. And play it all the way back to Greer. 5 minutes to go now. And Gesick will send it deep into Indiana territory toward Volchik. And it'll be another foul. This time against the Hawkeyes.
I just feel like I was playing maybe a little bit too quickly right now. There's only 4 minutes left. You kind of can just pass around the back, but they tried a couple of balls over the top to Pardon, and then that time just getting called off there, giving Indiana the ball back where you don't want them to be.
Indiana will have a throw in there. They'll have to redo the throw in because there's substitutions coming in for the Hoosiers. Ava Akil, Olivia Rush, and Shea O'Malley will see the field for the last 4 minutes of this second half. And along for the Hawkeyes, Maya Hansen, the goal scorer, will come back into the game to play that striker position. And rolling Fand on that clearing attempt. Gesick there to back her up. But that'll go out of bounds for another Indiana throw-in. It's a quick throw-in, headed away there by Greer.
Well read there, just sees the quick throw in and comes in and gets that right back out.
Indiana still has it in Iowa's territory. Hoosiers maybe looking to have a chance. That shot is blocked by Ingles, and it'll sail out of bounds. That shot attempt was by the substitution that just came in, Ava Akil. Hawkeyes fortunate to come away with a goal kick.
Iowa throwing some good blocks in there, just swarming around the ball and not letting Indiana have any time to pick a pass or get the space to find a shot. Some great defensive play, and they're able to get the goal kick, get it out of their final third.
Serta caught in a phone booth once again. Fetty will try and clear. That's going to be off of a Hoosier and out of bounds. So another throw in for Iowa. Johnson will find rolling on the throw in. The header is missed. Indiana will win it back though. O'Malley will try and send it to Akil, but defended there by Greer. That'll roll out of bounds once again. Another Indiana throw in. Camille Ham will take it. We'll just play it short to O'Malley. Will be another Indiana throw in. That went off of Johnston and out. Nearing 2 minutes to go now. And Ham will try and send this one into the box.
Indiana throwing everybody forward for this one.
Even Gerstenberg is at the halfway line. Ham will send it in. It's going to be headed briefly away by the Hawkeyes. It's still in trouble, though. But it looked like a handball, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a handball or a foul or something that just gives Iowa the ability to release all that pressure there and really slows down this game with only a minute 30 left. There's not a lot of chances left in this one for Indiana.
Yeah, I wasn't watching the line judge, so I didn't see if it was offsides or not, but it's you can't really be offsides, so Hawkeyes will clear it downfield. They're content to drain as much time off the clock as possible as they have it in Indiana's corner. Hansen doing a great job there in the corner, just draining time as we're in the final minute of the second half. Still with it along the corner. Hawkeyes doing a fantastic job keeping it away from the Hoosiers. And it'll finally sail out of bounds.
Yeah, some great play from Hansen there, just draining the seconds off this clock. Only 30 seconds remaining now.
And maybe it might have been a foul there on that last play. As Johnston will boot it back into Indiana territory with 23 seconds to go. That ball's going to sail out of bounds from Ham's clearing attempt. Johnston will take her time on this throw-in. 10 seconds to go. Hoosiers with one last chance. They're not going to be able to get there in time, and that will do it for this game. Hawkeyes hold on to the victory. They will improve to 10-0-3, remain unbeaten so far in any competition so far this season. Macy Enneking with another shutout, and the Hawkeyes come away with the victory against the conference matchup against the Indiana Hoosiers, who will fall to 1-5 against conference play.
Yeah, great game from Iowa. Maya Hansen, the super sub, making the difference today in the second half with a great finish. Pretty much the only chance of the game that really felt like it was a very dangerous chance, and she clinically dispatched it away. And like I said, that was the main difference today.
Hawkeyes, like I said, improved to 10-0-3. The Hoosiers will fall to 6-5-1. So the Hawkeyes will come away with the W on their home turf. And for everyone on our Big Ten Plus crew here in Iowa City and in Chicago as well, for Logan Mole joining me in the booth, I'm Charlie Fox. You've been watching Big Ten Plus. Good day.